I'm in bed now, but not because I'm about to go to sleep, but because I'm just relaxing while Guatu finishes his homework. My client, but she is in the hospital. But she is being induced. She's still not close, and so I think I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight because I'm gonna be like attached to my phone. So I'm just waiting to see what happens. But obviously I'm on call, so and I didn't cook dinner because I was so busy with the kids and then paying attention to the pregnant mom. Kind of been all over the place today, so I could record much, but good morning. It is 6:31 and I'm on my way to the hospital because mom is getting closer and her contractions are getting stronger. So I'm like super excited and nervous at the same time. Good morning. My hair looks insane right now. I washed it and I still have my scalp is like still dry. Anyways, so today's the 21st. I barely recorded yesterday, so I'm planning on making the doula journey as a vlog in itself, and this will be the last video on it, because since I wasn't able to record yesterday, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. So baby S was born at 4:16 yesterday, the 20th. I was super excited. So I just want to talk a little bit about what happened. So I got to the hospital at like 7:30-ish. I got to the floor. Dad was basically there, helping mom. It was such a beautiful experience. And it was like adorable seeing, dad helping mom, fan her, doing jokes and stuff, and while she's having while she's having contractions. And that's how their relationship is. Everybody's different, and some people might be like, oh, like I would have been so mad, or saying something bad about dad, or but no, like he's hype, he's making jokes, and he's trying to be a supportive. Like he did have his moments also where he was kissing her, saying I love you, you're doing great. Like he was her personal cheerleader, and I saw that to be so cute, and I loved it. And it's very beautiful. And so when I got to the hospital, I got there because her water had broke. And I thought that she would have probably progressed because the last time they had checked her was like at 3 or something. And it was like 5:30-ish when I was basically communicating with them, trying to see if I should go or not. And since those hours passed, I was thinking maybe I should go. And then especially to avoid traffic, because traffic starts like around 7:30, 7 o'clock. And so to avoid traffic, which thankfully I got to the end of traffic, I left my house at 6:30 in the morning. And then I got to the hospital close to 7:30 because I was looking for parking at first, and then I found the parking lot, so I went to park. And so then nothing. I got there. Mom was having her contractions. She was still able to talk in the beginning, and then as it progressed, obviously, they also upped her the pitocin, and she started progressing. She started progressing, and she started opening more, and we would switch. So I wasn't there to replace anybody. It's super important for me to note that because some people think like the doula is here, so dad doesn't have to be here, or the doula is here and grandma doesn't have to be here. So it's super important to note that as a doula, I'm part of the team. Like if you're a single mom and your mom is there to help you, or your dad is there to help you, or your sister or your cousin or your best friend is there to help you, like I'm part of the team. I'm not gonna be the only one fanning you or trying to give you ice chips or helping you with the pain management exercises. You know what I'm saying? Like I am there to help you along with mom, along with dad, along with grandma, grandpa, uncle, bestie, whoever. I'm there to help with that. So with dad being there, she would feel hot. So dad would fan her. I brought some lavender essential oil to put on the fan because she was liking the scent. So I put it on the tips of the fan and I would fan her. I'm sorry, he would fan her while I massage her back, or put pressure on her back, which was what was helping her through the pain. And then we would switch. I would do that for about 5, maybe 3 to 4 contractions, and then we would switch. Then I will start fanning her, and I'll start making sure that the position of the monitor for baby is good, because since she's moving a lot, obviously, then I'll try to move it, because you don't want the monitor to go off. You want the nurses to also be at ease, because they need to make sure the baby's okay, the mom is okay, that it's picking up the heart rate for both of them. And so finding out how to find the baby's heart or whatever, so it can monitor it while helping mom with her contractions. It was something really, like, it's work. Like, it really is work. And mom did so great. Mom did so freaking amazing. Like, she did really good. Like, I can say she did freaking excellent. And I kept reminding her, like, she would say thank you or I'm sorry or this, and I'm like, no, you don't have to apologize. You're doing great. Don't worry about it. There's a few times where she would hit me by mistake while I'm behind her, and she would elbow my forehead, and I'm like, I'm fine. Like, and she knows I have kids, so I'm like, I've gotten bigger beatings from my kids, so don't worry about it. Um, and nothing. And she would at the end, she said something like complimenting Ricardo and me, and what we were doing. And I'm like, no, like, you did this on your own, like, we just helped, but this was all you. So that experience was super, like, it was amazing. Like, I can't even like explain it. And then the cool thing that I found, like, oh wow, was that the anesthesiologist, because she did go ahead and have an epidural, and the anesthesiologist basically helped her, and did what he had to do, and I was helping as well. And then at the end, he had to come back for certain things or whatever, and I was helping him as well with the supervisor of the floor, who was also like vice president of the anesthesiology department or something like that. And so at the end, like, he was like, are you gonna come back, are you still working with another mom in the hospital? And I was like, no, like, she's my first, and she's my only one right now until I get another one. And he was like, he's like, you did great, you did excellent. I would really like, to see you again here in the hospital, because you did really good. And I was like, oh wow, thank you so much. So that was like really cool, because that was like a compliment to all the work I was doing. There was like one nurse who, I guess, doesn't believe in the placenta pills, and she heard me. Mom was trying to latch baby, and she heard me say, like, the baby's tired too, and they're learning, so you don't have to stress yourself out so hard in the first 2 days in the hospital, because the baby still has to vomit amniotic fluid, because the baby swallows amniotic fluid. And so there's a whole process. Baby's gonna probably throw that up. Then baby might want to latch. Baby might be sleepy a lot because they're still getting used to everything. So you want to relieve that pressure from mom. And so I told her while the nurse was there, I was like, it's okay if baby doesn't feed right now. Like, do skin to skin, keep her on the chest, and that's gonna help with her wanting to breastfeed, because it is. And so nothing, I said that, and then the nurse was like, oh, just give me a second. She said it like loud too, like, give me a second and I'm gonna help with the breastfeeding and stimulation. And I'm just like it seemed very like I'll help you, and it's just like, it's not that I'm not trying to help, it's just I'm trying to relieve mom from being stressed, because stress doesn't help with breastfeeding. It really doesn't. And mom, like, didn't have anything to eat for like a whole 24 hours. Like, the last time she had eaten was at basically around midnight the day before, and it was like the baby was born at like 4:16. So that's a lot of time with barely drinking any water, barely eating food, you know. And yes, the colostrum is there, but like, come on, like, cut her a break, let her try to relax a little bit, give her like a grace period, let her feel relaxed, because relaxing the oxytocin that she's gonna be feeling, like the love hormone, she needs to feel that also, because if she doesn't, she can get stuck and feel more stress, and then that's gonna affect the breastfeeding. So of course there's always, like, I guess, somebody like that, right? I know she meant no harm, definitely. But I just feel like, it was a little, I don't know, I felt like it was a little like, or maybe she didn't hear me, I don't know. But anyways, with that being said, the experience was beautiful. I'm gonna leave that as a vlogmas. My video is like 10 minutes long. I'm gonna leave that as part of a vlogmas, because that was an experience that obviously I can't just sit there and record people, and I don't share names, and I'm not gonna be, I'll share my experience as a first time practitioner of a doula, as a doula. um and, well, not practitioner, how do you say it? That was my first experience as a doula, and so I just wanted to share that experience. I can share more experience going in the future. I just, obviously, I'm not going to tell you what hospital, I'm not going to say the name or anything like that. It was just a really beautiful experience. I wanted to share that because I know some of you guys were interested in it. So nothing, I'm going to leave that as a vlogmas. And yeah, welcome baby S, born on December 20th at 4:16.